Oh my God. Holy shit. That was a send. YouTube, what is up? We are back with another day. We got every minute on the minute cleans. We're going to hit some deficit cleans today, play around with those. We just finished up with our jump series. We were hitting weighted jumps, weighted squat jumps, and some triple zigzag broad jumps. I'll show those. Right after this intro, I had to record them with my iPhone because there's a bunch of little kids around that I did not trust with my camera. So I was hiding it. They left. Now it's in a little bit safer location. We'll record it here. But with those squat jumps is really just to build up that deep tier catch position, be able to explode out of the bottom. Just trying to mimic that clean and build up a sickening vertical as we do that. I've been talking about how those squatted jumps and those weighted jumps are an S tier variation of jump variations, and I truly believe that. I think there's so much good stuff that happens there, whether it's hip mobility, hip strength, vertical development, squat strength development. Like, it's an absolute moneymaker exercise. We're going to continue to build that up. Going to play around with these deficit cleans. Haven't done those before, so that should be super fun. Then we're going to hit some pin front squats again, same as last week, but a little bit lower. We're going to hit one pin lower than last week and finish up with some overhead squats. Should be a pretty clean day. Let's get after it. Let's go. All right, legs are nice and fired up from those jump series. Feeling juicy. Let's get after these EMOMs. Little deficit pulls here. See how they feel. Let's go. First rep, 20 for 20, every minute on the minute. Oof. Whee. Let's go. Really thinking cocking those wrists. K-Doc talked about like pulling those wrists in. Welty keeps bugging me about trying it on my snatches. So we're going to try it on the cleans, see how it feels. I actually kind of like the feel. I tried it for a couple warm-up sets, and it felt kind of money. So we'll keep ripping this. We got 5 total sets. Then same as last week, we had 5 kilograms. Then we had 7.5. Then we got 5 open. Let's get after it. Let's see how high we can go with this deficit. Let's get it. Oof! Oh, that was a gross catch. Icky. Focus too much on other stuff. Got to lock in. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Clean. Let's go. Feeling good on that pull. Went to a Shane Gillis concert this weekend for Dan Files' birthday. Played a little pickleball, cooked him in some pickleball. He'll say it's because we didn't hit the ball at him, but don't listen to him. We're feeling pretty fresh from the weekend. It was sweet to spend the weekend with the boys. Got some meme study done, at least 3 CEUs from Shane Gillis to learn how to do some memes, learn how to make some jokes. And obviously, it's a select population that's buying tickets to go see him. But it was kind of cool how you can kind of talk about any topic if you make it funny enough. And his awareness of knowing when he was being too hateful and when he was being, and a balance of trying to make that funnier so everybody's laughing. It was pretty sweet. But anyways, if he can joke about some of the stuff he's joking about and make people see how silly some of the things that we argue about are through a joke, I think we can do it in strength conditioning and not get his butt hurt with some memes. So let's get after it. Let's go. Oof. Let's go. One more. All right, last set here for this weight. Then we add 5 kilograms. Let's get after it. Feeling really good on this pull. I like this. Oof. Wait. All right, add some weight. Let's go. The changing weights just takes up all the time. Let's get after this first rep at the new weight. Here we go. Oh, that was sloppy. But it was 1. Let's go. Although I can obviously, everybody can do more weight with the clean. I just feel like I'm more proficient and more advanced with the clean. The snatch has been feeling much more crispy than the cleans recently. That front rack position, still not the best. It just doesn't feel that great. It's doable, but it just doesn't feel very strong, and I want a better feel there. All right, let's get after it. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna get a little constraint to not jump forward on these too. I'm gonna stay on that plate. 3 more. The goal with these, because the weight was pretty easy, was to add a challenge through the variety, and I think I'll probably push that for the first 3 weeks of doing these EMOMs. Keep the weight the same, just add the variation, make the variation a little bit harder. Shoulders have been feeling better, but I think 2 or 3 weeks chilling with super heavy cleans, work on a little technique. I actually stick to a program. Will feel nice as I 1 rep max snatched. I was supposed to EMOM last week, so I'm not really sticking to a program, but you guys know the deal. All right, let's go. Oof. Oh, 2 more. If you guys want to listen to a pretty nerdy but sweet podcast, if you're an athlete, coach, whatever it is, listen to Magnus Carlsen, chess master, on Joe Rogan. It's pretty sweet. I've been following Magnus for a long time because I'm a geek about chess. Seeing him on Joe Rogan was pretty sweet. Joe obviously doesn't know a lot about chess, so the questions were a little bit meatheadish. Would have been cooler to dive into the weeds with somebody that actually knows what they're talking about a little bit more in the chess end, but it's a pretty sweet conversation that we'll talk about after this rep. Let's go. Oof, there we go. That was better. I think 1 more at that weight. 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Yes, 1 more at this weight, then we got to add weight. But the Magnus Carlsen podcast was pretty sweet because he was talking about how he had all these teachers growing up, and one of his skill sets that he felt like he had as a kid was not enjoying homework, not enjoying the drills, not enjoying the basic, not conforming to what everybody told him he had to do, but keeping it fun, keeping it a hobby, and letting his passion dictate his discipline rather than forcing this discipline first. And I think that's something that we can all learn something from as a strength coach, learn something from as a coach, learn something from as an athlete. It's like you're not gonna force yourself or out meathead or help constrain yourself to beat people like that. You gotta pursue the things you're interested in, and you gotta develop your skill sets. The way he was talking about chess was very similar to the way that I talk about a swing, where everybody's telling you it needs to be one way, except the best hitters in the world, except the best athletes in the world that are all doing it completely differently. And he talks about chess very similar to the swing, yet all these coaches will take all of their athletes and put them into one model of swinging, and we do it with strength conditioning as well. One model of cleaning, one model of lifting, one model of squatting, one model of deadlifting, and we wonder sprinting. Then we wonder why it doesn't work with a lot of athletes, or why they get burnt out, why they don't enjoy it. It's like you're totally taking away their freedom of movement to do the right way, and you get worse results. All right, I gotta stop yapping. I gotta figure this out. Let's go. Let's go. All right, add some weight here, then I'll finish my rant. All right, first set at the new weight. Let's go. That's one. But anyways, it was just kind of cool hearing the best in the world talk about fighting. Basically, these above average coaches telling them to become above average. And I think that's something that we need to think about a lot, is like a lot of the advice we give is to get athletes to be above average, to get athletes to be good enough. It's like I've never met an athlete that is truly their goal, right? They want to reach, they want to perform, they want to maximize what they want to do. And there's so much individualism that goes into that. And forcing them into these movement models is just not the way. And the best in the world do it. The best in the world don't listen. And I think instead of ignoring the best in the world, we should look at that as a paradox, an X on the map to explore and learn something from, right? So let's go. Let's go. 3 more. And I think that argument holds up because it's like, it's pretty easy to get people above average. Like you can get people above average with that exponential approach. It's not like it's one or the other. It's not like they reach their full potential or they completely crash out, get injured, and they don't play, right? Like a fucking lifetime trainer that really has no idea what they're doing here can get an athlete to be above average by just training and showing up in the weight room, right? Like that should be our bare minimum. And a lot of coaches, it's their maximum, and they put all of these constraints on their athletes, and they're holding their athletes back, right? So it's not like you're losing one to get to the other. It's like we should play this exponential game. Well, getting linear process, and the linear process is just by showing up, right? Now we're going to show up, get the linear process with that exponential lottery ticket of, can we figure out how we move? Can we figure out how we swing? Can we figure out how we squat? Can we figure out how we sprint, right? And those individual differences, the things that set you apart, are exactly the thing that set you apart on the field of play, or in Magnus's case, on the chessboard, right? So still have to show up, still have to get that linear process, but that is honestly the easy part in some sense of the world. When it comes to the thought process, obviously mentally and psychologically showing up is tough, but as a coach, as a trainer, like, well, that's the easiest part in the world, is get an athlete to be above average. And I think a lot of coaches, that's their maximum, that's the thing that they're shooting for, and they're constraining their athletes horribly because of these models, because of the things that they're taught, because they want to feel important. And I just don't think it's the right way to approach it. All right, third set here. Let's go. 2 more. There we go. 1 more here. I just got to wait a little bit longer with that longer pull. I feel like my timing is just a little bit off. I'm trying to trigger a little bit too early because I'm just used to triggering at that point, because if I'm starting from blocks or starting from the ground, that's when I would trigger. But now I just got to actually wait, hold that bar until it's in the hip, then trigger. It's kind of a nice little proprioceptive drill to actually see what the bar is. But then there's basically off your timing and instincts of the old Lewis. So it's kind of a cool little drill there. 1 more here. Let's get it. Let's go. 5 open sets. Let's rip. Let's go. All right, second open set here. I'd be kind of sick to get 315 today. Probably a little bit of a send, but if we throw some millennium in the ears, we might be able to send it. We'll see how it goes. Talking a little too much shit before we're even close to that. Let's go. Let's go. Threw a little 3 milligram Zimbabwe in to spice this up, lock in a little bit. You guys are making fun of me for doing 3 milligrams. Every time I've tried to throw 6 milligram, I've almost puked. I tried one at Welty's. It was horrible. I was spinning for 30 fucking minutes. So I'm not listening to your guys' advice anymore. I'm all right with being soft, and we're going to stick with our 3 millis. Let's go. That's feeling good. Keep ripping. All right. Still ripping it raw. No music yet. Next set, we'll add some music. And then we'll try for 315 as an extra set so we get our 20 for 20, as long as we get these next 2. Let's go. Oh, that is feeling spicy. Let's go. All right, to go 20 for 20 on a pretty sickening weight, that'd be sweet. Then we'll do a 315 for a little treat ski if we get it. Let's go. Oh, a little sloppy on that, but we're gonna throw some music on, hit 315, finish on a strong note. Let's go. All right, we got a little dessert here. Let's get it. All right, that was kind of a sickening win there on that 3-plate deficit. Was not expecting that going in. Felt pretty good. 21 for 21 today. Got a little dessert. Gonna hit 3 sets of 3 high pulls again. High pulls. At a heavier weight, we're gonna go 10s, probably 2 10s, and then a 25 finish with 365 on the bar. Really been liking these. It's helped my pull a ton. And we're gonna keep spamming this stuff until it stops working. So let's rip it. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, let's go. On the rant of keeping these in regardless of how stupid or silly or whatever people talk about, there's a lot of really dumb things. There's a lot of really dumb programs or a lot of really dumb training exercises that can get you absolutely freaky strong, freaky fast, jumping ridiculously high, regardless of if it's perfectly smart or not, right? And there's so many athletes stuck in this age of information with a paralysis by analysis to the point of where they feel like they need to have the perfect program to get anything done, and they put zero effort in the actual program, zero intensity in the actual lifting part, and 100% of effort, 100% of focus on the research. To looking to see if they got the right program, right? Like, it's obviously better if you have a good program versus a bad program. But again, I think we're overthinking it. And most athletes and most coaches themselves are not smart enough to know what a good program or a bad program is. You just really need to stop outsmarting yourself and just do things, see if they get results. If they do, keep doing them until they stop getting results, and then switch it up, right? And as you're going through that process, you'll get smarter, right? But again, the right program at different stages, the right exercises at different stages do totally different things. And the belief that you have in these exercises, the belief that you have in the program in and of itself is going to be so much better in searching for that holy grail, right? I just think so many people just outsmart themselves. It's like, if it's working, continue to do it regardless of what people say, and trust your intuition just a little bit more, right? Regardless of people are saying it's dumb or not. If you're getting results, keep getting results, and you'll get smarter as you go through. It could, again, you'll look back at your old training and always think it was dumb and always think you got smarter, but results are what matters. And if you're getting results, keep going, right? Stop thinking about it. All right, let's go. One more set there, let's go. All right, last set here, then we get the front squats and overhead squats, and we get in and out. Probably stop yapping a little bit. I mean, maybe we continue to yap, but gonna try and speed this up a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the front squats. All right, and then we're gonna build up to a 4-rep max here on these front squats. We got 1 pin lower than last week. So still not all the way down, but we'll continue to drop the pins every week for a couple weeks just to add a little variation in there. Let's get it, here we go. All right, another set of the dollar, let's go. Woo! Legs are feeling it from those cleans. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get this. Here we go. Wait, let's go. 4 plates to finish. Let's get out of here. All right, last set here. This is gonna be a fucking send, and then we got some overhead squats to finish it up, and then we get out. Let's go. Oh, we gotta cluster that. One more. Holy shit. Woo. Oh my God. Holy shit. That was a send. All right, let's finish up with some overhead squats for that mobility. Get out of here. Almost got ran over. All right, we need like 5 sets. Warming up into this. This is gonna be our last set. Amply stimulated. Let's get it. Oof. 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 That's a freaking day. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood.